Hey everybody. So I recently came across a product that I think anybody with a battle belt is going to be interested in. Today we'll be looking at the Raptor Adapters by Guardian Warrior Solutions. And then hopefully you'll be able to stop buying like 800 different adapters for all your different belts. All right, let's go. So as always, let's start with what the heck Guardian Warrior Solution is and what a Raptor Adapter is. Guardian Warrior Solutions is a company that includes a team that is both military and law enforcement. Due to their dual purposes, their gear focuses on being able to transition from military warrior to law enforcement guardian. And I love the way they drive home this idea of turning off that duty and deployment mindset when the member returns back home. As there are a ton more mental health issues that are discussed openly, this is pretty awesome to see. And in this mindset, the Raptor Adapter was born, and it's pretty amazing on any battle belt. So, what is it? The Raptor Adapter is a bit of CNC cut and folded Kydex that is designed to connect in two molle slots that then integrate directly into a Tek-Lok. The two tabs slide down through the molle section of whatever you're connecting to, and then you kind of bend the crap out of these. You won't break them, so don't worry about that, but definitely don't be a baby. I pull the center of the tabs towards me and sweep the sides in so the clip pops into place. And it takes a ridiculous level of strength to just pull it free if you pull on the pouch. So you really don't have to worry about it breaking free, but if you want to make it pretty much bomb-proof and jumpable, they also include zip ties with each adapter that slide into the holes at the end of the tab to make it pretty much never ever come off. The Raptor Adapter then connects into a Tek-Lok via the center screws. I highly recommend running a few small strips of loop on the inside of the Tek-Lok and a patch of hook on the outside. And then you don't lose any of that connection real estate between the two belts. What's really cool is also you don't have to connect it up so that the pouch is just sitting straight up and down either. Now you could just attach the pouch normally, or you could turn the whole adapter 90 degrees so it sits sideways. So then you can transition any standard molle pouch into a sideways pouch without having to buy a whole new setup. And I can already feel it in my bones just how angry those Instagram gear companies are going to get about this. And it even has alignment holes if you want to run the whole thing canted at 45 degrees. As you can see, the holes on the adapter line up to set any pouch at 45 degrees if you wanted to run angled mag pouches. To show this off, I set up a rear pouch that is angled so it's easier to access behind me. So then think about this. You could run two S-Tech mag pouches and run them either normal, you could run them sideways, or you can run them canted. Heck, I think you could even do the same thing with a rifle mag. Hey, I want canted rifle mags. And the Tek-Lok itself solves a ton of problems that I run into, and it also gives you some solutions that would otherwise be impossible. For instance, I run a ton of belt setups, and every time I show a belt, I have to get all new mag pouches, radio pouches, med kits, and any other kit I want on my belt. It's a bit like Groundhog's Day every time you get a new belt, as you have to get all the pieces and the pouches, and all the costs of everything adds up extremely fast. By using the Raptor Adapter and a Tek-Lok, you could then just use the same pouches on every belt and just configure it as you need in a few seconds. So with this, I'd only need to buy one dual S-Tech pistol pouch, one S-Tech mag pouch, and I could run it on any of my belts, and I could run it either standard, canted, or sideways. You know, this would have been really great to have before we started all this nonsense. This item would also be incredibly useful in a team or a large department. You could simply grab a bit of gear and connect it to your belt as your mission needs change. And here we start to see some of that Guardian Warrior dichotomy. In one mission you may need like med kits and dump pouches, and then the next you need like smoke grenades and handcuffs. So it's important to be able to switch items quickly as the mission needs change. And if you've ever had to reconfigure a belt, you'll realize how horrible this is if you had to do it constantly. I really like that I could be with my team and be like, Joe, take the 308, and here, take my mag pouch. And then he just slaps it on his belt and he's good to go. This thing has one other neat little trick. They can also connect onto your inner belt. Since all the pouches are now easily removable, this means you could take a med kit, pistol, or rifle mag pouch and just toss them in your door jamb. If things get hairy, it would be easy to connect these bits into your EDC belt and be ready to roll, without having a full-on Ronin Senshi belt just chilling in your car. I like to do this with a radio mag pouch also. With this setup, it holds both a multi-tool and a radio pouch on the Raptor adapter that can easily go from a duty belt or my EDC belt. So then I could go hiking out in the woods, hook this to my belt, and have a simple tool and a radio. Then when I get home, it's easy to just pop the whole setup right back on the belt. One last thing I really like about this is it allows me to switch out some parts of my belt that I don't always love having. And I'm talking about the dump pouch in particular. I like to have this for when I'm out recording footage for you all, but in a tactical scenario, its usefulness is so-so to me. But with it mollied to my belt, I'm kind of stuck with it. By using the Raptor adapters, I can keep my belt fully configured the way I like it if it's already set. Then I can select 2 to 3 other pouches that can flip out in a single position as the needs of whatever I'm doing changes. So I could pop off the dump pouch and place on that previously shown canted pouch for additional storage. For when there's a little bit of grenade excitement. What do you mean Joe would never give me grenades? I'm great with grenades! Or you could remove this pouch setup and connect in a second med kit easily and quickly. And then I'd also easily have a secondary med kit that could easily go on my EDC belt or my duty belt, and I could switch between the two incredibly fast. And I'm really enjoying my time with this Raptor adapter as I'm constantly finding new ways to use this thing. So let's do some pros, cons, and if I recommend it. The first big pro, I don't have to buy a ton of different pouches. I can use one set of pouches and connect them onto multiple belts, removing the need to buy a separate set of mag pouches and kit for every single belt. Because I'll tell you right now, that is super frustrating. And the next pro, your mission set becomes flexible as hell. As you're no longer locked into a single use, it becomes easy to change out an entire belt from 5.56 to 308, go with or without pistol mags, run a dump pouch, or don't. You could even set it up to just run 2 med kits. From a team aspect, I love how you can build and rebuild on each other on the fly. Alright, then the next pro, you can turn it. We've reached an annoying phase from tactical gear companies where they like to charge you outlandish cash for products that just allow you to turn regular pouches 45 degrees, or they just rip you off entirely just to have a mag pouch that goes sideways. And with this, you can do all of that. Sideways, canted, normal, whatever you want. And you can easily just flip it on and off your belt. Alright then, let's look at the negatives. And the first one, the clips are a bit of a pain in the ass. Sliding the tabs into the adapter can take a bit of force, and I definitely jabbed myself with these a few times when I was flipping the adapters between some different pouches. So hopefully we'll see an improvement in this design as the company grows. So then, do I recommend it? Holy crap, yes. I wish I had this at the start of the channel. It really makes using your pouches easy to flip between different setups, or be able to reconfigure your entire belt, or an entire team of belts as the mission needs change. And some of you may ask if there's any difference in comfort when using the Tek-Lok integrated into your belt, and I really didn't notice anything, and mainly because the Tek-Lok itself is curved. I did take it out and did some jumping around just to make sure everything stayed secure and nothing poked or jabbed me as I was rolling around or testing it out. But remember, I did add the hook and loop that I showed you earlier to maximize that real estate and to make sure that everything stays in place. So make sure to do this step if you want to ensure that you have an absolutely rock solid setup that you can switch out on the fly. Well, I hope this review of the Raptor adapters by Guardian Warrior Solutions was helpful in your purchasing decisions. I want to say thanks to all of our Patreon supporters. You're the ones that make all this possible, that we can buy and see all this cool stuff and show it off on our channel. And I want to say thanks to everybody that likes, comments, and subscribes. Comment down below what you would do with your Raptor adapter and what belts you would switch it between. Alright everyone, wash out. What do you mean I wouldn't be good with grenades? Wizards are naturally good with grenades.